That's at almost 50 gallons just on one side. Got done having breakfast with Mom. Gotta go to the gas station really quick. Then we're off to Nashville. About 3 hours to Jacksonville, and I get 15 miles per gallon if I'm lucky. And this is 25 gallons. Do the math. I think I should be good to get through Jacksonville. I hope. Check this out. I heard about this last year whenever I had to get diesel, but apparently these big semi trucks, they have like two sides where they can fill up on gas, so it goes faster. Check it out. So there's 1 and 2. That's nuts. First stop of this road trip is at the Georgia Welcome Center. I do not have a pet. That makes life easier for me. Time to keep driving.
But they only be super scary for me, by the way, for all you make, because I'm in real big.
That cop actually scared the living daylights out of me, because as I was pulling out of that Welcome Center, he pulls up right behind me. I'm freaking out thinking I did something wrong, but then he zooms past me as I'm trying to get back onto I-75 and then pulls someone else over. So, good news for me.
Or should I use a pseudonym?
On road trips, people always talk about like their best road trip playlist and stuff like that. I don't have one of those. I'm learning now that I have like 4 daily mixes on Spotify. I just found out that was a thing. I'm apparently behind the times, but that's what I listen to. And whenever I don't listen to that, and whenever music gets boring to me, which ironically is often, and what's even more ironic is that I'm going to live in Music City for like a few weeks, then I switched to podcasts. And I love podcasts because that is how I consume my information. Right now, it's Gary Vee. Gary Vee is like the way that I consume a lot of like my business, sales, marketing information. And then on top of that, whenever I want to do entertainment, then it's the Dirtbag Diaries. And then whenever I want to like challenge my thinking and just maybe like a little bit of like my values and beliefs and whatnot, I turn on the Bad Christian podcast. And it's awesome because this is exactly how I consume content. And I have a 10-hour drive. Well, now it's down to 7. Well, with the time change, it's at 6. So now I have like 6 more hours of just straight podcasts if I want. And I absolutely love them. And the most ironic thing of all of this is that for the longest time, like I would tease my dad along with my brother and my mom about how he would just listen to these like marketing tapes. Now I'm doing the exact same thing, but in a different format, in the form of podcasts. Interesting how it all comes together. Road trip's going pretty well so far. No complaints, only had to honk at one person. One thing I've told myself that I'm 100% for sure, without a doubt, am not going to do is buy junk food. But this pizza and these Sweetos, I didn't buy them. My mom sent them with me. That's very different. heard of the horrific monstrosity that is Atlanta traffic, the best comparison I can give you is to that of Los Angeles traffic and or New York City traffic. Whenever you go on I-75, no matter what, the time you leave depends on when you get through Atlanta. It is currently 3 p.m. That should give me enough time to get through Atlanta traffic before rush hour traffic sets in, and I would rather give an arm than be caught up in that mess that is Atlanta traffic. I made a good idea. Instead of going I-75 all the way through Atlanta, I decided to take the bypass, and it shaved off about 30-45 minutes off of my time. That was a terrific idea. The only bad news though, just north of Atlanta in Marietta, Georgia, there's apparently a nasty, nasty car wreck. I hope everyone's okay with the wreck. The next big city is Chattanooga, and then after that, Nashville. That took me way longer than expected, but the good news is I finally made it to my friend's house. I've heard of friends like showing up on their friend's doorstep with a backpack and a bag full of clothes. Never thought I'd be that friend, but there's a first time for everything now, isn't there?
Hello?
Yo, I'm outside and your doorbell doesn't work.
Ah, I hear your voice.
Yeah, you do.
And in real life. Alright, I'll be there in a second.
Alright, see ya.
What's up?
Yo!
Ruby?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you. Peeve!
Say hi, Pete.
Hi, Peeve. Hi. I miss you.
Come on in.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, it took me all day, but I finally made it to Nashville. I'm staying with my friends Ben and Emily. They were gracious enough to let me crash in their house literally for a month. So I am really excited just to be able to hang out with them and create a ton of content. They are they're some of the most hardworking people you will ever see here. Ben literally is a rock star. His music has already been put on like different TV shows. And oh, he's also playing at a really big music festival. I don't know if I can tell you, but that's why I'm not gonna tell you which one, so he could tell you. And then Emily is a full-blown entrepreneur and owns her own jewelry company. She just moved spaces, so you guys are gonna get to see that very soon. And check out this room they hooked me up with. Like, all this white balance going on. Check out this desk. Like, what? Like, what up? This is awesome. I don't want to leave. Sorry, Mom. But it was a long day. I've got some editing to get done, and I'll see you tomorrow for the first full day in Nashville. It is currently...
In a half mile, use the left 3 lanes to take exit 156 for I-475 north toward Atlanta.
Sets in.
Use the left 3 lanes to take exit 156.
And I just want to stab my eyeballs.
Continue for 16 miles.
Shut up!